Aloha, everybody. This is Joshua Hayes at BigWaveTrading.com coming to you with the April 8th stock market wrap up. First off, my apologies for the past week. I have been out of it for some odd reason. Things are bothering me, and I haven't been able to put my finger on it, and I can't put my finger on it. I think I'm completely bothered by our government and Barack Obama. I believe that it's driving me to a point of complete uh, where I feel hopeless. And when I see charts like Coinstar do what they did yesterday, after building a period of chart with so much green bop, max green bop, excellent accumulation as you can see on a weekly here. Just to even have one down day like that, I know it's only one down day, but it sure is really, 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 really bad and sad. I'm just glad that Green Bot came right back, and I hope it can continue to come back to Max Green Bot. Besides being problematic over the market, sadness regarding my charts, which just don't do what they used to do, man, for 13 years. 13 years, a breakout would happen from a beautiful price action like this with the 50 above the 200-day, tons of green bop, max green bop also, and a ton of accumulation. And I could count on 20% moves in a few weeks to 80% moves in a month to then 100, 300, 500, 600, 700, a partridge in a pear tree, 100% kind of gains. However, now I get very nervous. Besides my ANCI being the very last one, which only worked for a short period of time, like I keep showing you, to the September top, which since then has just basically done nothing, I'm waiting for anything to work like it used to work for 13 years. I don't believe people have caught on. I don't believe people can trade like me. I don't believe people have the guts to still buy higher highs like me. I don't believe people have the guts to confirm their analysis and believe in what they see and take the position, so I know I'm always safe. However, it just doesn't work anymore, and that's some bad news. Now, before I give you more bad news about personal issues, I want to give you good news. The New York Stock Exchange managed to bounce on strong volume, higher than the day before, right here. What is that black line here that I wonder that I added? Oh, never mind. That's just like the average over the entire period of day. That's just like the halfway point between the highest bar and then the bottom. Wow. So I'm still not on it. You know what I'm missing, everybody? I know what I've done. I've taken off my volume. Now I'm going to show you how you fix something. Charts template. Edit. Middle. Volume bars. Add. I need to add a moving average. Moving average, 50 bars, simple. That is correct. I don't need to do anything else. Save. So now I got my volume back. I've been so tired and so out of it that I've been destroying my own charts. That's not good. That just shows you how hard I work for you guys, that I've taken it to the limit. I've taken it to a breaking point to where it's now affecting me physically. So, still, let's do the positive. New York Stock Exchange volume higher than the day before, still much lower. Still, it's good that during a pullback like we've had the past 5 days, well, not really, 4 days, 1.72%, that volume is lower. To go along with that is the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ looks much better, up 1.86%. Volume was slightly under the day before, but still overall, as the stock is pulled back, or the index has pulled back since the highs of 4.3, volume has been lower, and that's been good. And if stocks like Coinstar can, continue to come back and look green again, I'll be happy. I mean, obviously, it's not a long now, folks, but I mean, it might be a future long, and by that time it's that, you free investors and free readers and not free subscribers, but free watchers of my YouTube videos, you won't know whenever I go long, but just know these are the kind of starts that I appreciate. They're not great, they're not nothing perfect, but it's a nice little start. Now let's go at what time we have left here. I want to go on and show you commodities, show you how oil's around the $50 area, kind of stuck in there, not going anywhere. Silver found some support today, bouncing off that recent low of 1202. Gold, excuse me, did the same thing after yesterday's 1.37% move, held with only losing 0.07%. Once again, gold cannot close at the low of the day, even though it comes very close and tries a few times. Still, the 200-day moving average is acting as support, so there's nothing to worry about there yet if you're a long-term gold or silver fan. And anyway, remember what I keep telling you guys. This isn't a normal trade for me. This isn't a Max Green Bop, ANCI, beautiful breakout volume type of play. This is a I'm going to load up at 600. I'm going to load up more at 500. I'm going to buy a ton at 300. And at 200, I'm going to go hog wild crazy and consider maybe retiring from this business. Because to be honest with you, there's more important things in life. And let me show platinum really quick like I did. I'm going to go show the NASDAQ again with the Dow Jones Industrial Average so you can all see since the March lows, we continue to be in an uptrend, rallying on higher volume, selling on lower volume, and until that changes, there's nothing to do. However, I just don't see how we can go anywhere anytime soon with the market, especially with the economic data. The United States dollar continues to hold in, and I only assume that the dollar continues to rally because the rest of the currencies are so poor out there. Like, let's see if I can get a euro. I mean, I just don't pay attention to this stuff. But let's see. Which euro do I want to use? I know some of you guys are yelling at me, and I'm so sorry. But it's just that I don't use euros on this. ProShare Ultra, short ProShare Ultra Euro, ULE. So ULE is looking like it's bouncing and supporting while the dollar looks like it could possibly be bottoming. So we might have a switch in terms there. Still, I need my ANCI charts back a lot. Without them, I'm not going to feel confident in any rally. I got up to 20 stocks and I'm back down to 17. And besides that, the 17 I'm holding, if today would have been a down 3%, I'm pretty sure most of them would have gone. But days like April 13th and 14th, they just don't exist, it seems like, anymore. And I know they will. I know they will in the future. And I got to thank you and say thank you, God, for people like Kawikoa, and which his real name is Rich, and people like Joshua Jacobs that come in there and tell me things will come back and things will be better, and Chris May and John Ward that say, things will be better in the future. I mean, I'm getting to the point where I'm really pessimistic that just don't think that we can come back from socialism. But maybe when I'm older we do, and by then, heck, I can get rich. However, if you guys thought that I was only going to be worth this much at the age of 30 when I was 20, you're wrong. And to be honest with you, when I think about it, I get a little sad, and I know you can't hear it, or maybe you can, but it makes me want to cry right now thinking about how off I am from where my goals should have been. And I blame myself, but if my dad wouldn't have hit me with over $100,000 worth of debt at his death, if I would have gotten some kind of inheritance, if maybe I would have had some kind of family values growing up, I wouldn't have been put in this position where I have to beg for charts like ANCI to set up, or else there's nothing else I can do. And that's right now how I feel. I feel like I'm completely at the whim of the stock market, and the stock market's at the whim of the government, and that's just not cool. Now, to end this out, since we have a little bit of time, I want to let you know something I found out last night that might impact market commentary for a while or whatever. I believe I'm going to have John Ward and Chris May take over for about a week, as I'm not really thinking clearly. One of my best friends, I'm not going to lie, one of my friends. I did a lot of things in high school. I was really good at sports. I did very well with girls. I got to be honest with you, high school was fantastic for me. Well, I used to also try to be in a band, and one of the best friends of mine was Brandon Yoakum. I shouldn't even be saying his name. I feel bad that I'm even revealing it. He was a great person. He turned into a wonderful man. We used to party. We used to drink. We used to listen to heavy metal. My platinum subscribers know that bands like Mushroom Head and Slipknot, look at pictures of them, are still the bands that still interest me. I just don't listen to it because I'm trying to make a major change in my life. The point is, his sister woke up dead. His sister's his age. She shouldn't have died. There's no reason for it. And there's a mass problem because they were an extremely close family. And I knew his sister very, very, very well. Very, very well. And if you're understanding, it's very upsetting to know that a person this nice had this happen. We don't really know why. I have my own speculations, but to be honest with you, I'm an asshole to even have these kind of thoughts. However, I know the history of things, but it's really bothering me. Death doesn't bother me a whole lot anymore, as I've come to accept it. This planet's a very disgusting planet, and I realize we got to look for the good from the bad. And I thank the Bible for teaching me that, and even though some of you don't want to hear that. But God bless you all. I love you all, and I'm so sorry that I can't give the great market commentary that I want to give right now, but my head's out of it. However, the stock market's too important to me. Certain people know this is my life, and it actually is probably a coping mechanism. I do stocks 24 hours a day, and it might be post traumatic stress disorder that has led me to be so involved in it. However, the good news is your family's future is saved. Your kids' future is saved. I'm doing this till the day I die, and I'm doing this for other people to hopefully take over from me. And I just know that there's going to be a few great eggs out there that will not take the money and will instead take something like this. Trust me, guys, making what I do on this website from subscribers is 1/10 what I could have made by staying in New York or by taking a job in Chicago like I was offered. So I'm going to go and wrap it up here. Part 2 and Part 3 will be next for subscribers. Aloha.